It is about that time. Welcome back to the Why So Series podcast. I'm your host, Brandon, and we have two of my favorite people here today. We have Reese from the Introverted Nerd Watches. Hey, Reese.
Hey.
And we have Stephanie from the Mocha Minutes podcast. What's up, Steph?
Hi.
And I am thankful for them to be up with me late. Well, it's not late here, but it's late for them. And we are doing our season 8 preview, theories, predictions, all that nonsense for Game of Thrones, as you could tell by the intro song. But before we get into all that, Stephanie, were you watching Game of Thrones from the beginning, or did you binge the show?
So, I didn't. I think I started like watching in season 2, either late season 2 or early. Like I think I watched like a clip on HBO. I was like, I really should be watching this show. Then it made me. Nope. Let me scratch that. The reason why I started watching the show is because there was a show on Bravo called, like where people were sitting around on their couch talking about shows, and one of them was Game of Thrones, and it was Joffrey's death, and they were super excited, and I'm like, I really should be watching this show. So I think that was season 3, and so I went back and like binged all of that, and after I got to like finally see like, oh, this is why he's a piece of shit, because he's a piece of trash, and I went, oh, I was hooked by then. And I'm like, why wasn't I watching this from the beginning? So I wasn't a person that was watching it from the beginning. I binged like the first 2 or 3 seasons, and then now I'm all caught up.
What about you, Reese?
I started watching in season 6. I found out about Jon Snow's death. This is spoilers, right? This is spoilers.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody, if you didn't know that. I found out about Jon Snow's death, and I was in Project Fandom's group, and everybody watched Game of Thrones. I was just like, okay, I'll binge it, and I'll just start at the beginning of season 6, and I binged that show in a week. I stayed up the Saturday before season 6 premiered. I stayed up for 24 hours straight, and I watched the end of the season. And I slept on Sunday morning, and I got up to watch Game of Thrones the premiere of season 6.
All right, so we got a little bit of mixed bag. I started in the middle towards the end of season 1, and I binged it just like Reese did, but it was only like 6 episodes, just so I could see Ned Stark die. So that was very interesting. I'm binging the show, and I'm like, this dude is great. And then I swear to God, the first episode I watched live, he gets killed.
Oh no!
It was the worst. It was the worst. But yeah, so I think the whole world's excited about this. I did a poll on Twitter 2 weeks ago, and I said, what are you more excited for, Game of Thrones or Avengers Endgame? And I guess because I got a lot of comic book followers, Avengers Endgame won by a lot. It was like 67 to 33% or something like that. But now that we're here, the thing is, I picked Game of Thrones because we're gonna get way more Avengers movies. As good as Endgame's gonna be, this is the last season of this, so
yeah,
that's all we got. So the way we're gonna do this is before we get into our own theories and predictions, what I'm gonna do is ask my two guests a series of questions based on some odds, because you can actually bet on these things for Game of Thrones, and see where you all fall. So the first one is who will be the ruler or sit on the throne at the end of the season? What do you think, Reese?
Well, I don't think there will be an Iron Throne, but I think I'm going to choose Jon Snow.
Okay. Why Jon Snow?
Because I think Daenerys is going to die, and
woo, that's a hot take right there.
Told you I was coming strong with my hot takes.
Okay.
You don't know. People are going to hate me after this. But yeah, I don't know why Jon Snow. I just think that they didn't bring Jon back just to die again. There's something about him that I think he's supposed to rule.
Okay. What about you, Steph?
So, oh boy, I think it's going to be Daenerys. I really do. I think Jon is going to rule by her side, but I really see Daenerys ruling sitting on the Iron Throne.
All right, so the odds don't have either of those two people as the favorite. The odds have Bran at plus 200 being the favorite
Really?
to sit on the throne
Wow.
at the end of the season.
What? Okay.
Followed by Daenerys, followed by Jon Snow, then Sansa, then Gendry,
Gendry.
and then
I
Okay.
keep forgetting about his ass. It's like, oh, right. I was like,
and then
right,
tied
right.
for 6 is Arya and the Night King.
Gendry makes me mad because that is so stupid.
He's so fine, though. It's like, just take off your shirt.
Look, he also Gendry has like the best stamina of anybody in the world.
Yes. It's like, jeez Louise.
He ran from the wall all the way to like Winterfell without stopping last season. That's pretty fucking impressive. He should be in the Olympics, the Game of Thrones Olympics, Westeros Olympics. All right. So the next one. This is stupid. I'm not gonna ask this one. It said, who's the first character to speak in episode 1? The leader is Tyrion, then Jon Snow.
Who cares?
Yeah,
I don't
who
know.
cares?
I don't.
So the first question, this is a two-parter. Do you think both of Daenerys' dragons will survive? Yes or no?
No.
No.
If
No.
not, will it be Drogon or will it be the other one?
The other one.
Rhaegon.
I see Drogon. Yeah, Rhaegon. He is going to be the Rykon of this. He's not going to be able to zig or zag, and so he going to die.
Yeah, they both dying. The dragons
Oh
are
my
not making it out of
gosh,
this
these
season.
hot takes. These are smoking. These
Ooh,
are Skip Bayless takes. here.
Spicy.
All right. What is going to be the first Greyjoy to die? Yara, Euron, or Theon?
Oh, it needs to be Euron, but I don't think it's going to be him. I feel like it's going to be Yara.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll say Yara.
And the bad part about it should be Euron. It should be Theon because he is such a baby back bitch.
I love Theon.
Theon's not redeemable to you. Steph.
You know, he has his moments when he saved Sansa. He had his moment, like, okay, but when he jumped off that boat and left Yara there, I'm like, you raggedy bitch. It's like, you raggedy bitch. But then he came back to the Iron Island. So, I mean, I'm sorry, he's still a baby back bitch. That's why I'm not voting for him to go first. Euron is literally my vote, but he's the person I want. But it's probably going to be Yara because, yeah.
Do you think Theon will avenge Yara and kill Euron?
Yes.
So do I.
Okay. Who will be the first Lannister to die? Jaime, Cersei, or Tyrion?
Cersei.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I don't think that, but
I think the only person that can kill Cersei would be Jaime, and then the Mountain would kill him. So I'm like, I don't know.
They got
Or the
Cersei
Mountain-
by a long shot. She's minus 150. Jaime's plus 200. So everybody, they all think it's going to be Cersei. That's interesting.
Because of the Mountain. And that's the thing. It's interesting because she has the Mountain, and the Mountain has pledged his life to defend her. It's like
He's a
taking
zombie now, so.
Right. He's a whole. You know what? Somebody came for me and said, the guy from Dorne didn't kill the Mountain. I'm like, technically, he did kill him.
Yeah, technically, he did.
He technically did kill him.
Qyburn is like he revived him or whatever he is now.
Yeah.
He's not a living being the way the rest of them are.
They're like, why y'all keep saying that he killed the Mountain? I'm like, because he technically did kill him. He died too, but that's not the point.
I think we're all in agreement that Cersei is going to die. So the next question is, do you think Jaime will survive or will he die?
He's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
Do you think Tyrion will die or will he survive?
I want Tyrion to die.
What?
Really?
Hold up. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, no. You don't like Tyrion?
I like Tyrion, but I think we've he's reached the end. I'm done with Tyrion's story.
Hold on. Before we go
Wow.
forward, are you rooting for the Night
Wow.
King, Reese?
No, of course, no. I'm rooting for the Starks.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Ooh,
were
House
rooting for the
stock.
Night King.
House stock.
All right. So speaking of Cersei, who will kill Cersei? Will it be Jaime? Will it be Arya, since she's at the top of her list? Will she die from the White Walkers or the Whites? Will it be Tyrion?
It's gonna be Jamie.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Jaime too.
I think Jamie's gonna be the only one who can get close enough to kill her. So it's gotta be him.
Okay. Here's a good one. Is Bran the Night King? Is Bran the Night King? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Steph?
No, because for me it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, so why is he trying to kill him if he is him? That doesn't make any sense.
So the odds have it at plus 300, yes, minus 400, no. So they think no. There's a popular online theory that Bran is the Night King, and there are some hints from the show that point in that direction if you buy into the notion. For followers of the book series, Melisandre has a vision of what seems to be Bloodraven and Bronn, a wooden-faced corpse white and a boy with a wolf's face, and believes them to be servants of the great other, the evil deity opposes her god. So I guess that's some book theory bullshit. So that don't really matter to me. All right, so these are first to die matchups. So either this person or that person. Daenerys versus Cersei. Who's more
Gonna die.
Who's more likely to die?
Cersei.
Daenerys.
Wow.
I mean, I can see both, but I'm like,
I think they're
I'm
both gonna
hoping.
die, but
Okay. Who's more likely to die, and who's more likely to die first? Sansa or Arya?
Arya. For both.
Sansa. Well, actually, no, Arya, because I feel like, this is hard because
Arya gonna be fighting. Sansa ain't gonna be out there fighting.
no, she isn't. So I can see her dying in combat, but they're both like survivors, so that's gonna make that hard.
I think they're both gonna live anyway, but I think Arya will be more likely to die.
Because she's in battle, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Tyrion or Jaime?
Jamie.
Yeah.
And the last one is Brienne of Tarth or Tormund?
Oh, Tormund.
Tormund.
Fuck y'all. It's like when I was doing the rewatch, I laughed every time because I'm like watching his ass. I'm like, he is so in love with her. This is so ridiculous.
Tormund is trying to climb that. By the way, the most shocking thing to a lot of people is when they see her like in real life, because she's
God.
like so beautiful.
She is so fierce. I love her so much.
They have to like make up her bed on the show.
I stand. Okay, I stand.
All right. And do you think Jaime will end up getting with Brienne?
What? Are you kidding? Tormund will gut him like a fish.
Like, no, because I think Jaime's gonna die. So I don't think they'll ever be able to, I don't know, get to that point.
Okay. All right. So a couple more things. Do you think Tyrion will fly on the dragon?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think Jon Snow will die and get brought back to life again?
No.
Okay. And then the last one is, where was it? Oh, damn, I just clicked it. All right, that was it. Okay, so now I got some more questions. These aren't odds. These are just questions. How do you think Jon and Daenerys find out that they are cousins?
They're,
Cousin?
she's his aunt.
I mean, yeah,
Aunt.
that's his aunt, yeah.
I think, well, Bran and Sam are the only ones that know right now. I
Mm-hmm.
think Sam is going to tell John. Um, and I don't know how it's going to get out, but I think it's going to get out. Everybody's going to find out who Jon Snow is.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you think they react to that? Because they just got they just hooked up on the boat last season.
Daenerys is going to be pissed. Uh, Everybody's going to be mad. The Northern Lords are going to be mad. Daenerys is going to flip the fuck out. I wouldn't. Yeah, she is not going to be happy.
All right. So you think she's gonna turn heel on Jon Snow?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Well, the Northern Lords were already pissed because he bent the knee to Daenerys anyway. So
Yeah, but
even will make them more mad. So
yeah, it's gonna be even worse when they find out he's
They're like,
actually
"Oh,
a Targaryen. Because I believe they're going to think that
But he is
Jon
half
Snow
Stark.
was,
He is half Stark too.
yes, but the way it works there is like it's who your father is.
Who
yeah,
your daddy is.
Ned is not his
Yeah,
father.
and Ned is not his dad. They're going to think everybody's going to think that somebody deceived them. Daenerys is probably going to think Jon came to Dragonstone and deceived her, knowing that he was her relative. The Northern Lords are probably going to well, they were deceived because Ned lied, but nobody is going to know when Jon found out. So it's like he's going to be in a ton of shit from all sides.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. I just want to see that moment. I hope they're just got out of having sex, and then Samuel or Bran rolls up on him and just tells him right after it. That would be the best moment ever. Because I just think it'd be funny. All right. So let me see who's left on Arya's list. So we got Cersei. So we got the Hound. Okay. So here are the people that are alive. Oh shit! What's that noise? Well, y'all can't hear it, but it's in the show. Hold on. That's gonna sound silly when people hear this. All right. Here are the people that are alive. The Hound, Melisandre, Cersei.
Okay, can you remind me why she's on her list? I literally watched this and then I forgot all about her list. I'm like, wait, why is she on her list again?
I think it has something to do with when she was with what's his face.
She took Gendry.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, I was like sitting here like, why is she on her list? And I'm like, I am not going to go watch this whole thing again.
The Mountain and Beric Dondarrion. So, do you think Arya? Who does she kill? That's on her list. Who does she get?
I don't
any
think
of them?
the Hound is on her list anymore.
I think she took him off.
No, the Hound's still on her list.
I don't think so. When she left him, I think she left him thinking that he already died. So she took him. I think that's why he was off the list.
Yeah, but then she found out he was alive.
When did she find out he was alive?
Didn't she find out he was alive?
I don't think so.
I don't think
wasn't
she's
the
seen
Hound
him.
wasn't the Hound with Jon Snow and them when they went?
She hasn't seen Jon yet.
She
When she
hasn't
got back to
seen-
Winterfell,
Yeah.
she had just found out that Jon was alive.
Right.
Oh,
she
yeah.
Popeye told her
She hasn't
Jon was
seen him
alive.
yet.
Yeah, she
Oh,
hasn't
yeah,
seen.
okay.
So she wouldn't know about him.
Yeah, because the Hound went to the Wall, so he isn't coming back to Winterfell. Well, he might be going back there now, but he wasn't at Winterfell. So she hasn't seen him yet. She doesn't know he's still alive.
All right, so we have Thoros, Beric Dondarrion, Melisandre, the Hound, the Mountain, and Cersei.
And Thoros, either Thoros or Beric is dead. I think it's Beric.
No, Beric's still alive.
Beric's
No.
still alive.
Yeah, he's
One
still
of them
The
alive.
one
died.
that's in the Brotherhood? Is
Yeah,
that
he's
one?
still alive. He didn't die.
Okay. So yeah, either Thoros or so it must be Thoros
Yeah,
of Mir
Thoros
that is dead.
Thoros
Yeah.
is dead. Yeah, you're right. Thoros is dead, but Beric is still alive. He's the one that kept getting brought back over and over and over again.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, do y'all think she gets any of them?
No, because I don't think I don't know. I don't think Arya is going to be on following the list anymore. I think Cersei is the only one she really wants to kill now. I think
Well,
that's
I think the
her main
Mountain
target.
too. She don't know that the Mountain's alive, but she's gonna find out
Yeah.
that he's alive. But I think the Hound's gonna kill the Mountain. Although it'd be fucked up if the Hound, if the Mountain killed the Hound.
And that's the thing. I don't think he's going to.
Oh, you don't think he's going to?
I don't think the Mountain's going to kill the Hound. I think the Hound is going to kill the Mountain. I think he's literally the only one who can.
Oh, okay. So how do you think this season's going to play out, Reese? Do you think that the Whites are going to make it all the way to King's Landing, or do you think they're going to stop them, and then the second half of the season is going to be the fight for the throne?
Yeah, I think because the big battle, this is not a spoiler, I don't think.
No,
the big battle of
3.
Winterfell is the third episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to stop the Night King and all that by the third episode, and the rest of it is going to be what happens down south.
Do you think the Dorn? What's the woman name from the Dorn that's in
The Sand Snakes?
Yeah, that's captured.
They're dead.
No, the mama. The mama got captured.
Yeah,
right,
the
she's
mom's
still in the they're still in the dungeon, but Cersei left her alive to watch
her daughter
children die, so she's still alive.
Yeah.
Do you think she's gonna have a role this season?
She might, but it's like, what kind of role is it going to be if she's literally chained up in a dungeon and nobody's going to let her out?
I mean, unless somebody frees her for some reason. I don't know.
I think it's pretty much there. And that sucks because I really kind of wish the Dorne storyline was bigger as a whole. Mm-hmm. And it really should have been. And I'm like, I just don't like the way they did the Dorne. It should have been a bigger storyline.
All right, here's the Stephanie special right here.
Up.
Is Cersei actually pregnant?
Yeah, I think she is. They ain't got no condoms in Westeros.
All right.
I don't know. Jamie's pull-out game is not strong. So.
Yeah, I think she's pregnant. Oh, I think she's pregnant. I don't think she's going to carry that baby full term though.
Do you think she's going to die, or do you think she's going to have a miscarriage? What do you think is going to happen?
Probably a miscarriage. I mean, she was drinking in the in one of the trailers, so I mean, unless they don't know in Westeros, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't got condoms, so.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to drink as much as Cersei drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the ways for her to die, people thought was alcohol poisoning. Like she's just gonna die from drinking. That was on the odds list.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna kill Cersei.
No, but that's funny.
She built up a tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
She's been drinking for a long time.
She's been drinking with all them pregnancies.
Who do you think kills the Night King?
Jon Snow.
I don't know.
Or Bran.
Probably a combination of Bran and Jon Snow, because Bran, like, obviously he's not gonna be wielding a sword.
Mm-hmm.
So a combination of them, or maybe Sam. Maybe they'll surprise us. It'll be like Sam, like he killed a White Walker before. Sam has killed the first White Walker, so maybe it'll be something like that. Somebody that'll surprise us.
Okay, out of these 3 characters, who do you think survives, if any, or none of them? Bronn, Jorah, or Grey Worm?
Bronn.
You think Bronn survives?
I think he's most likely to survive of those 3.
I kind of agree, but I would love to see Grey Worm survive, because I need him and Missandei to be together. But I have a feeling Grey Worm gonna be gone by the second episode. It is so sad because I like him. I'm like, I like Grey Worm. I like Jorah too, but I feel like he's going to die protecting Daenerys. So that's the person that really, really loves her.
Yeah, I know that's creepy too. So there's this theory that Danny will turn into the ultimate villain of the show and be the Mad Queen. Do you think?
Agreed.
Oh, so that's what you think, Reese. Okay.
Snaps.
All right.
Yep.
So you think that. What do you think, Steph?
Mm-hmm.
That crazy is genetic, apparently.
She started showing signs of that a little bit.
She has been showing signs of that for a while.
Mm.
All right. Okay. That would be interesting. I think people would be mad as hell if that happened.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, be mad.
Do you think
God,
Jon
man.
Snow will ride a dragon?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
y'all both think that. Okay. Some people think that Sansa and Gendry are going to end up together.
Oh,
No.
I would love
They've
that.
never even met each other.
But when they do, and she see them chiseled abs in that V, game over.
Please. No,
Mm.
they're not. She's
Woo.
not getting together with Gendry.
Woo.
Here's
No.
another one. This will be fucked up. I'm just reading theories that the people are talking about. Sansa's pregnant with Ramsay's baby.
No.
No.
How long has it been?
How long has it been? She should have been at least showing by now. That
Yeah,
It hasn't
she's
been
not
that
pre-
long.
Yes, it has. It's
It
been a
has-
while.
It's been a while. It's been
a
months.
while.
Remember,
It's
they
been
had to
enough time for-
walk across the country to get away from them. So it's been a while. She's
Yeah.
been in Winterfell for months. So
Yes.
All right.
John was gone for months. She's
Right.
not pregnant.
correct.
Sam is going to be the key to stopping the Whites,
Yep.
the Army of the Dead.
And I think the thing about it is, since the beginning,
Yeah.
Sam has been the key.
I mean, Sam and Bran. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean,
He read too much.
Melisandre will bring Jon Snow back to life again, despite him telling her not to.
I don't think so. And I don't think he meant that for all things. I think he meant that after Sansa told him that she would kill herself if Ramsay won that war.
This was crazy. We will see Ned Stark this season.
Oh. And
And
like
a
a flashback?
No, either as an Army of the Dead or somebody brought him back to life.
Ned has no body. They cut off his head. They sent whatever was left back. Tyrion sent whatever was left back, but I don't think we're going to see a reanimated Ned.
So here's the theory. According to the theory, Jack and Hagar of the Faceless Men and Ned Stark were being held prisoner in the Red Keep at the same time, if you recall, back in season 1. Arya first meets Jaqen when he's been transported out of the Red Keep as a prisoner. Now it seems strange that a faceless man who would be so easily imprisoned. So it's logical to believe that he was captured on purpose. That purpose was for Varys to pay Jaqen to replace Ned Stark at the execution with an imposter. Ned has had to stay in hiding and travel away from Westeros where he won't be discovered. He's also working for Varys to help pay off a debt that he owed to the Faceless Men.
Why?
So
That
why
is a
he
lot.
That's ridiculous. That's a stupid.
That's a lot.
That must be from a book person because it cannot be from the show.
Well, he was held in season 1 with Jack and Hagar in prison.
Yeah, I believe all that, but a lot to me that's a theory that comes from a person that has read the books too, or has only read the books because. No, I just the person who Ned Stark isn't going to leave his family to die all over Westeros just so he could pay back a debt to Varys.
Right. Right. That is a lot. Where are y'all getting this from? I could see him coming back as maybe as a flashback with Bran. I could see that, but not him being him very much being alive. That's a bit much.
Tyrion is actually part Targaryen.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
This is fun.
But honestly, that kind of makes sense because, well, actually, no, it doesn't. Because remember, in the first season, Tyrion was blonde. Then all of a sudden, he has brown hair. It's so weird because I'm like, remember him having blonde hair?
Jamie was supposed to be blonde too, but his hair has changed color. His hair has changed
it's darker too, and I'm like, okay.
They got rid of the stupid blonde hair, and they just said
it's a little bit browner now.
Yeah, it looks better, to be more a natural color.
Yeah,
They
those
look stupid
wigs.
as
The
blonde.
wigs on that show is very interesting because I think some people were talking about like the red-headed Starks, and one of them was Rickon, and I'm like, his hair was brown, but in the beginning his hair was red. I'm like, what the hell is with y'all in these wigs?
But don't white people hair change colors? Ain't that a thing?
I think that
Yeah,
is a
but not
thing,
the way, not
but
the
not
way
from
that they
like
do in
red to
this show.
brown. It's like blonde to brunette. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
And that Tyrion as a Targaryen thing is another book. Is another book theory thing.
Is it?
Yeah, you wouldn't get what you need from the show
It says, now that we know Jon Snow is Targaryen, the next surprise sibling would be none other than Tyrion. This comes from the popular A plus J equals T theory, which means Aerys plus
It's from
Joanna
the
equals
book.
Tyrion. Yeah. The book details the Mad King's Aerys' obsession with Tywin Lannister's wife, Joanna. According to the theory, Aerys impregnated Joanna, who died when giving birth to Tywin.
Tyrion.
Tyrion, yeah. All right. Tyrion made a secret deal with Cersei in that meeting that we didn't see and will betray Daenerys.
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. Because he went in there and he was all gung ho, and then she told him he was pregnant, and then we cut to outside, and then we just see Tyrion come out. So we didn't see what they talked about.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. I would be mad. I would be real mad.
Yeah, I don't think he made any deal with Cersei, at least not to betray Daenerys. Because I do believe, well, Tyrion has seen. I think he believes in the Night King. I don't think he would.
It says, while this would make the previous theory pretty complicated, many fans believe that an important conversation went down between Tyrion and Cersei that wasn't shown in the season 7 finale. Remember when Tyrion was convincing Cersei to work with Jon and Dany and noticed that she was pregnant? Then the next scene cut to them back in the Dragon Pit. During that gap, Tyrion might have made a deal with Cersei to ensure that her unborn child would be the king/queen to succeed Daenerys, who Tyrion believes is unable to have children. That would explain his concern while listening to Jon and Dany have sex on their steamy romance cruise in the finale.
The worst sex scene ever.
Because remember, he brought up like her having kids that when he was talking to her. So I don't know. All right. What is this? All right, Reese. I know a lot about the show. What is this whole the Prince That's Promised thing? What is that?
That's another book thing that they don't really is not well explained on the show. The Prince That Was Promised and Azor Ahai. Now, I haven't read this far in the book, so I'm only on the first book. But the Prince That Was Promised and Azor Ahai is about prophecies. And I don't even know that there's a difference between who is the Prince That Was Promised and Azor Ahai. The Prince That Was Promised is, I believe Melisandre is the one that talks about it mostly. It's about a person that is born to fight the dawn or something like that. I don't know. I forget like the full prophecy, but it's a prophecy about a person that is born to basically fight for the dawn, fight the White Walkers, fight the darkness or something like that. And Azor Ahai, I think, has to do with the Red God. And there's the theory is that Jon and Dany, one of them is Azor Ahai, one of them is the Prince That Was Promised. Or the Princess That Was Promised, because Daenerys could be the Prince That Was Promised. It's all very complicated. And I think you have to read the books to be able to really get it. I'm not sure which one is which, whether they're both the same thing. Like, you have to read the books to get like the full prophecy. And if you watch the show, I don't think it would make enough sense to you. So that's why the book people get on my nerves, because they bring up all this stuff and they throw out these theories. They throw out the theories, and so you get it thrown in with the show, and it's like, no, a lot of this wasn't in the show, and some of these characters aren't in the show. So, yeah.
Arya will put on Jaime's face to kill Cersei.
I don't think Arya is going to kill Cersei, because to me, that's not. It's just
that's at the top of her list.
Not her. Yeah, that's at the top of her list, but it's not her kill. It's just.
It really mean is as much. It's Jaime's kill.
It doesn't mean as much to me if Arya kills Cersei.
It's got to be Jaime.
Sorry, Arya.
The White Walkers are actually good.
I don't. Well, I think the way that they're meant to be written is that they're gray characters. They were created by the children of the forest, to fight back the men, the first men, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So they were created to be weapons, but then they turned on the people that created them. So, I don't know that you can look at them as any worse than anything else. I don't think that they're like inherently like evil or anything.
It says, to be fair, we don't know much from the White Walker's perspective. For all we know, they're traveling south to get rid of Cersei. But let's consider for a second that the Bran equals Night King theory is true. That means poor Bran has found himself trapped inside a tool created with the singular goal of killing all humans, but he's still trying to stop the events he set into motion. And then they said, how do you protect life when you know the only thing you can do is bring death, and when you know that no one has the power to stop you from infecting it? Destroying the source of magic that keeps him bound to the curse. The main heart tree at the Isles of Faces that's at the center of all the weirwood trees in Westeros is killing himself by killing Bran. This is why the Army of the Dead completely turns around and goes back north when the Night King marks Bran, because killing Bran is the priority. Had they known all Westeros people had to do was let the Night King and the White Walkers pass through. As a result, who would be the villain in this scenario? Is the Night King and the White Walkers that killed tens of thousands so they could stop themselves from endlessly killing life? Or is it Jon, Bran, and co. that sent tens of thousands to their death instead of stepping aside like Sam did in his first encounter with the White Walker? I don't know. That's interesting. All right, here's another thing about the Princess Promise. They keep thinking everybody's the Princess Promise. Bran, Jon, Tyrion, Jaime. People got theories for all of those. We're gonna find out who built the wall this season.
Bran the Builder built the wall.
Yes, Bran. But they talking about, is Bran the Builder Bran?
Oh yeah, because it's the theory that Bran is all the Brans throughout history.
Yes. That's interesting. That'd be some weird shit. Do you know this Clegane is that thing with like Jaime in the mountain, right?
No, it's the Hound versus.
Hound
mountain.
in the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jaime will kill his sister. We already talked about Jet. What if Sam is the point of view character in this show? We find out that Sam is the person telling the story. That would be cool.
I guess.
All right, so we went through a lot. Any? I know you got some hot takes, Reese. So did we get to all of them, or you got any more?
No, I think I'm good. Daenerys is gonna die. The dragons are gonna die. Yeah, that's good. That's as hot as I want to get on a Saturday night.
Do you actually think this is going to be the end of the show? Do you think they're going to be like, the next show is going to be? They already said they're doing another Game of Thrones thing. Do you think it'll be in the future, or do you think it'll be in the past?
I believe they already said it's going to be in the past. It's going to be in the past? Yeah, like 300 years before this show.
Yeah, it's a prequel, right?
Yeah, it's a prequel.
What about you, Steph? You got anything else?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Somebody, and I don't know if it was
hold on.
us
I didn't mean to cut you off. Here's one more that I just saw that apparently I oversaw. I was scrolling back up on my page. This is at the top. I just skipped it. Jon Snow will kill Dany.
Oh.
Will he kill her?
That's wow. Okay.
I think he could.
It says, so you think Jon and Dany will live happy ever after? Think again, at least if you believe this particular Game of Thrones theory. As we mentioned above, there's a very strong possibility that Jon will be revealed as Azor Ahai Reborn. But if you look into the myth deeply, you'll see that Azor became a hero at a tragic cost. In the legend, he used a sword Lightbringer, which in the TV show was last seen with the now dead Stannis Baratheon, to defeat the god of darkness. However, that sword was forged into the blood of his lover. And this is bookshare. The legend suggested the prince who was promised will come again to face another darkness. If that is Jon, will he be forced to sacrifice his love for the good of Westeros?
I don't think Jon is that in love with Daenerys that, he's forging swords to kill anybody. But I do think he could kill her if when Daenerys goes crazy.
Oh, okay, here's some good ones before we get out of here. The Night King, not that he's Bran, but the Night King will be revealed to be a Stark sometime in history.
I mean, I guess.
That would be interesting. I don't know what this one means, Reese. You may have to help me out with this. Varys is a merman.
Don't even get into that. That's a book thing.
What is a merman?
Yeah, what is that?
A mermaid, like a male mermaid.
An actual
they believe, but there's
what?
Some people who've read that. Yeah, some people.
Wait, hold on. We got mermaids.
Oh,
now?
that's like a
What
merman. That's what that says.
Yeah.
Merman.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Merman.
Yeah, and I don't know like the ins and out of that theory, but it is a book thing. Some people believe that there's like book evidence that that Varys might be a merman.
Okay, here's what it says.
I don't even understand.
This is the most spectacular Game of Thrones theory we've ever heard. According to the Nerdist, what Varys wants is simple. He is a merman and he wants to free his fellow mer people. You heard that right. It's not just any merman, but a member of the merling species. The biggest hook, get it, for this theory is the speed in which Varys traveled from Dorne to Dany's ship.
He swam.
Oh my God.
Here.
I thought this was only a book thing. Oh my God.
What is going on?
I thought it was only a book thing.
Oh God, that made me laugh. Cersei will be betrayed by the Iron Bank.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not a betrayal. Cersei ain't got no money. So it's
That's easy.
hey girl, we want our money and
Ain't
we're
got
gonna
no
fuck
money.
you up. Like this is, they're the IRS basically. They coming for your shit. So
The Night King is smarter than everyone thinks and will attack King's Landing first.
no.
Okay, all right.
Because that's the thing. Like they just walked past the wall. What is the actual next? Is
The
what
next
is that?
is the North. He can't, unless he's going to. I mean, he could
Fly? I
fly
mean,
his
he could.
dragon,
He
but he's
could.
not flying all of the whites there. So, no, they're marching south. They're going to hit, Winterfell first, unless
You
they
could
decide to
also- you could
sail or
always divide and conquer, though. So I mean, that's an interesting theory.
Cersei will give her baby to the Night King.
no.
She ain't got no other baby. She ain't crazy.
Man,
Wait, hold on.
people are really into it. Like some of these I never even thought about. And this Ned Stark thing being alive is on every
That
single
is
one.
so weird. Like what?
Oh, here's one. Daenerys is pregnant with Jon's child.
Oh well, yeah, I can see that. Ain't no condoms in Westeros.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you can see that. Okay.
I can see it. I'm like, ain't no condoms. I'm sorry. I'm stuck at the ain't no condoms there. Ain't no birth control. So.
But Daenerys don't think she can get pregnant.
Oh, that's true.
But usually when they say that, that means that she can get pregnant. Or Jon has the magic stick. Maybe that's what that is. All right, I think that's all I've seen. This has been wild, man. People are going crazy thinking about this shit. Okay, Steph, so before I rudely interrupted you, do you have anything else that we didn't talk about?
I don't know if it was us that talked about it in the group chat or somebody else. Weird, obscure people. Like somebody brought up Edmure Tully, and I'm like, I'm like, why are we bringing him up? I'm like, I don't. Let's see. I think the Gendry's role is going to be really interesting in season 8 because he literally is Rob Baratheon's descendant.
Who?
And I'm like,
oh, Gendry.
Gendry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, he's Rob. He's Robert's bastard that nobody knows about, but Ned Stark knew, and I think a few other people know. But I feel like his role is going to be interesting.
All right.
If they ever use it, because he is literally his direct descendant, his only descendant, because all the other children are dead.
Oh, do you think we'll see the direwolves?
I hope so.
It's like what, 2 left now?
Yeah, it's Ghost and
Nymeria.
I mean, like, is she off living her best life?
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's a good one. We all saw the trailer. Who is Arya running from in the crypt in Winterfell?
Ooh, maybe it's Ned Stark's ghost.
I don't know. A white.
Would she run from a white though? I feel like she would just. She has
But I feel like
Valyrian
she's
steel.
never seen one. She's never seen one, and she doesn't know all of that. The only people who know the Valyrian steel works is Sam, and I guess everybody who's with Daenerys, they know, and Sam. That's it.
And fire is the only thing that kills the whites. It's the White Walkers that get killed by Valyrian steel. So if she tried to kill a white and it just kept coming back at her,
yeah.
I guess I would run. I mean, she'd be stupid not to run if she ain't got no fire.
Right. She's never faced one, so she doesn't know about
But she has
dragon
Valyrian
glass.
steel. Oh, she
But
don't.
But it won't kill a white.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
it will kill a White Walker. It'll kill one of the big guys with the
No, it kills the whites too. Because remember when Jon Snow was hitting them with, they were just exploding when he was hitting them with his sword.
Yeah, it kills all of them. So she don't know about dragon glass. She don't know about Valyrian steel. She don't know about fire. She's essentially never seen one.
There's a theory that there's more dragons that we haven't seen.
Like where?
Where?
So one of the theories is that there's dragons under Winterfell.
That's another book thing.
And they said at some point Winterfell was at some point in the show apparently they said that Winterfell was built on hot springs.
Yeah.
And that it's built over hot springs.
They don't get into a whole lot of it on the show, but Winterfell is built over hot springs. That's why the castle is warm. So all throughout the castle is warm. They don't really need the they build fires and everything, but it's not cold the way that everything else is cold. So like in the book, Catelyn Stark in her room, her like walls are warm because of the heat flowing through from the hot springs. And they have a hot pool outside too. So, yeah, but that's the theory is that there's a secret dragon living under Winterfell, that I think is there. It's like, it's there because of Jon, or like it's like stays there to protect Jon or something like that. I think that's part of the theory too, because Jon is a Targaryen.
I gotta read these books. I'm about to get them on Audible.
Right? You be like, what?
Littlefinger's still alive?
No
way.
No.
No
we
way.
watched his blood pool in the middle.
That was another theory with Arya, that she would either use Jaime's face or Littlefinger's face to get into King's Landing.
Nobody would know who Arya is. She could go with her own face.
No, they know Arya.
No, they don't.
They have not seen her since she was a kid.
There's been so much turnover at Winterfell. The only person that will recognize Arya is probably Cersei.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's probably true. All right, before we get out of here, because I know it's getting late for you all, a couple things. How is the reading of the books going, Reese? Do you find them interesting?
Yeah, I'm only on the first book, and I'm doing my podcast like chapter by chapter through it. And I just got to Daenerys's second chapter, so yeah, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I liked, like the differences from the show, the things that, because like in Daenerys's chapter, I mean, this isn't a spoiler. Like in Daenerys's chapter, she's 13 years old, so it's such a difference to see the characters. Like in the show, Daenerys in the first season, she seems like she's like, I'll say 16 or 17. The actress is probably like in her 20s. But in the book, she is only a 13-year-old girl when she's about to marry Khal Drogo, and he's like 30. So it's like such a big difference. The power dynamic and everything. Yeah. So I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot.
All right. And what else do you have going on your shows? I saw that you did Cloak and Dagger.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I have to record another episode of that sometime tomorrow, I guess. But yeah. So yeah, just Cloak and Dagger right now.
Okay.
That
Uh,
show is good. Y'all should watch it.
yeah, I've been catching up. I've been finished. I watched season 1, the first half, and then I dropped off, and I'm finishing it now so I can get on season 2. Are you still reading Chris Claremont's X-Men?
Yeah. I took a little break though. I'm at like 100 now, I think.
Okay. Did you get
Because I
to the
started
Dark
reading some
Phoenix
first.
saga?
Yeah, I just started it. So
Okay.
maybe I'm not at 100, but I just started that.
Okay. Good. Steph, what do you got going on the Mocha Minutes podcast?
So this week's guest is Cole Johnson from Cole Sports, and it was really good. I actually have what I think I'm going to end up doing is like a bonus episode where on the show we talked about a whole bunch of different topics. We talked about Kodak Black and that foolishness. We talked about Cole's new book. We talked about Beyonce's documentary, but I'm going to have like maybe a bonus episode where we just talk about the college admission scandal. Because we ran out of time. It's like, yeah, I'm like, let me just add this and maybe some bonus episodes. Some bonus hashtag content.
My Aunt Becky.
Ooh, go to jail. Ma'am, these are RICO charges. Why are you playing? I'm like, RICO always means jail. What you doing?
Yeah, she don't.
It's even worse because her daughter's like an asshole. So.
Oh, she totally is. And it was just like, ma'am, I'm like, I didn't even want to go to school. I'm like, you do realize you didn't have to go. But I guess you felt like you didn't have no choice. I'm like, okay.
All right. So, yeah, definitely check out the Introverted Nerd Watches and the Mocha Minutes podcast. Stephanie's going to be on our weekly Game of Thrones episodes, and so will Reese if she wants to. I forgot to ask her. But
yeah, I'll come back
now.
when Daenerys goes crazy and I can celebrate.
Yeah, if that happens, listen, see.
She going to come back for Daenerys' death and Cersei.
See?
Yeah.
See?
I'm going to walk in.
Yeah, definitely Cersei's death she'll be on. So, it'll be Stephanie. Devin will be back. He left. He missed his plane, so he fucked up for this one.
Bopping.
And Lauren from the Two Woke Girls podcast and myself. So we'll be doing them every week. We're going along this journey with you guys. We can't wait. It's tomorrow. It's less than 24 hours. So we are upon.
I need some
season.
Oreos.
Oh, and everybody don't pay for HBO. It's a free weekend. Wait until next week to buy your HBO.
It's Watchthon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, free weekend.
Look at that shit. Okay. So, yeah, that's smart of them. So, thank you, everyone, for listening. You've heard our theories. Please let us know what yours are. You can find all our shows on iTunes and all the places you get your podcast at. Leave all of us a 5-star review if you love us because it helps us out a lot. And we will be back tomorrow. Actually, we're recording tomorrow night for 1 week only, and then most of the shows will be on Monday or Tuesday. But tomorrow night after the show, we will be right here recording season 1. So we'll see you then. Thank you for listening.